Hi guys, it's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, maybe a little bit of food, and let's do this. Okay then guys, well I actually don't have a coffee with me because I've already had two today because yes, this is the second video of the day. As you're well aware, my car is actually going under a bit of maintenance, so I do have a little bit of pockets of time here and there, and you know what, I thought yes, let's go and grab another video today, and it's exactly what we are doing, and we are going to have another little play around with the PlayStation Portal today. Now, because I am toing and froing here, there and everywhere today, maybe visiting a few coffee shops as well along the way, I thought today would be a great day to test out how good the PlayStation Portal is with regards to remote play and streaming directly from the PlayStation servers as I'm on the go. So yes, absolutely, this video was screaming out for me to do this today because, as I say, I am all about the place. And yes, with this recent update, guys, the new streaming service that the PlayStation has to offer is actually meant to be pretty good, especially if you are out and about. So I would love to give this new update a try, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. But guys, before we get cracking, there are a few things that you do need to sort out before you go ahead and start gallivanting around with your PlayStation Portal. If you are looking to remote play this device, you do need to switch on your PlayStation 5, which is exactly what I am going to do now. So of course, really simple to do. I do need to just press the PlayStation button here. There we go. That was bang on cue, actually. I don't know if the microphone picked that up. But yes, my PlayStation is now turned on. And now I just actually need to put the device on rest mode, which is something that I'm going to do now. So let's just turn my TV on, baby. And we'll flip this camera around. Okay, so my PlayStation 5 is currently on, but I toggled just to the right-hand side. And all I'm now going to do is just press X under Enter Rest Mode. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. And of course, the PlayStation just closes up everything. It does take quite a while, actually, but if you just look to the lights there that are just flashing, they will turn orange. Once they have turned orange, you can then comfortably say that your PlayStation 5 is in rest mode, and then it is ready to go to just turn on again if you fancy it via the PlayStation Portal. Okay, so here is my PlayStation Portal, pretty much ready to go. Now, with the recent update, you have these three icons here just at the top left of your screen. And to be able to remote play, you just need to click on the first little icon there, and then that will boot up your PlayStation again and it'll be ready to go. I do a little full in-depth video on that in my YouTube channel, so just take a look down some of the videos further down below, and yeah, if you want to explore that further, please do. Oh gosh, it's gone off, guys, it's gone off. It's back on, it's back on. There we go. But also, guys, oh God, it is just doing a bit of quick. Don't stay on. Oh no, I've just turned on the PlayStation 5. I didn't even want to do that, guys. I didn't even want to do that. Well, we'll continue. We'll continue. Well, okay, for testing purposes, why not? We'll give it the full shebang. Like I said, I have already covered this on my prior video. However, here we go. I have got my PlayStation now streaming directly from my PlayStation 5 straight over to the portal here. So if you were to turn on my TV now, it'll be displaying exactly what you are seeing here on the screen. And to be fair, the UI is really responsive. It is nice and smooth. There is no delay. Absolutely spot on. But that is mainly because I am sat pretty much not not too far away from the PlayStation 5 there. What, maybe 2 to 3 meters? So I should expect some really, really smooth gameplay and UI function, absolutely. But guys, the real test today is how will it hold up if I'm just connected to some sort of Costa rubbish Wi-Fi. So that's exactly what we're going to test out. But yes, here we go. Really nice and responsive. Lovely, snappy UI, but yes, as expected. My PlayStation 5, however, is connected to the internet via a wire. So that is actually something I would consider if you were thinking about picking this up and doing remote play. Make sure your PlayStation 5 is hardwired into your internet and plug it in right around the back of the PlayStation for, I would say, the most best gameplay and smoothness in your games, I would say, absolutely. But yeah, there we go. That is my remote play. Seems to be pretty okay here. We will just toggle back and maybe boot something up via the streaming service, just again so I can show you how quick and snappy that is when I'm in the same room as my PlayStation. So yeah, give me 2 seconds. Okay guys, so I've managed to boot up Spider-Man here. Now this is streaming directly from the PlayStation 5 servers rather than the PlayStation Remote Play. And again, I have already done a video on this, so definitely check it out down below. But this is very, very seamless. You know, camera moving around beautifully, no stutters, absolutely, really, really smooth. But yes, as expected, because I am sat, what, 2 meters away from my PlayStation 5 and internet. I mean, I don't know why we're looking at some leaves there, but you know, maybe get a better screenshot, artsy gamer. Come on, we like the screenshots. There we go. But yes. So I would love to test this out actually in Costa, and which one will hold up better, either the connection via the PlayStation itself with remote play or the streaming, or will it even hold up at all? I would love to find out. So yeah, we are going to get in the car, we're going to hook up to some dodgy Costa internet and see how this bad boy plays out. Alright then guys, so I've actually connected to the Costa Wi-Fi successfully. There's a tick just to the right hand side of the Costa guest. So yeah, we'll see how some gameplay takes hold. Okay then guys, well I've got my green tea ready to go. Let's just take a sip, come on. Nice little Christmas cup going on. Okay baby, so successfully connected to the Costa Wi-Fi. Sorry if the sun is right in my face, I do apologise. I tried to sit somewhere the best I could, but yeah, this is the best you're gonna get. Arty game, rough and ready. But yeah, I'm greeted with our usual interface here, and we're going to start with the remote play. We'll see how we get on. So it's trying to connect. Why not? I'll have a good sip of green tea. Taking a while guys, taking a while. But it still says connecting, so hasn't given up just yet. And this would be turning on my PlayStation 5 back at the studio, shall I say. And we are on, baby. Okay, I'm just gonna type in my passcode. Okay, and yes, we have success. So guys, this is my user interface that the PlayStation will be showing if I was to be sat at home turning on my PlayStation. And yeah, here we go. This is the remote play that is happening now. So we'll boot up Spider-Man and see if it works. Okay, so we have the launch screen for Spider-Man here. So yeah, we'll press X. And of course, continue. And continue the game. And oh my god, here we go. So this was the same startup position that we saw when I was back in my apartment. And okay, okay. I mean, yeah, a little bit distorted, but there is moving stuff on there, moving vehicles. Stuttering quite a lot, but we have picked up a good old image. Okay, I can feel haptic feedback. But there we go. Yeah, very, very, very distorted, unfortunately, but there is some gameplay there. So that was remote play. Again, sorry about the glare. This was the best I could really get. But nevertheless, we have got gameplay. Again, you can't really pick it up on the camera, but it's very, very distorted. Glitching here, there, and everywhere. But it's moving. And I guess playable. But we'll see how the live streaming goes. Right then, guys, so we are greeted back to the main user interface, and I'm going to select the cloud streaming icon just here, and we'll see how this plays out connected to Costa Wi-Fi. Alright, so here are my list of games again that are already downloaded to my PlayStation 5, and why not, we will continue with Spider-Man just to see if there is a difference between hooking up via remote play or the cloud streaming. So let's give it a go. Stream. So again, Portal loading up, and it does say preparing game. Again, I do apologise about the glare. Like I said, I tried to get a good seat here, but sunlight is just directly in my face, and there are no other seats around here. But, you know, we'll take a sip. Green tea, why not? Okay. Well, we do have a little icon there saying internet is pretty bad, but we are greeted with the same startup screen. However, this time we are on cloud streaming. I think I said live service. That's not cloud streaming, come on. And we're going to continue the game. And yeah, here we go. Same starting position. Again, I don't know how well this is going to pick up, but yes, here we go. So obviously there is a bit of midnight. You ain't seeing that, but I'll just give you my thoughts. Ooh, very stuttery. Interesting. Haptic feedback is good though. Ooh. Actually, it might be coming into sorting itself out maybe. I mean, image is still quite distorted. Somebody's attacking me there. Big explosion there. Very, very distorted. Quite slow as well. I don't know. It's playable, but you definitely have to be the right person to just kind of put up with that. It is distorted, it does slow down then speed up, frame rates just drop here, there and everywhere, and I would actually say I think my remote play was actually better. I would actually say my remote play was actually better. I mean, yes, I've only given it 2 or 3 minutes on the game, but I do think I need longer to test this. But I would say my remote play was better. But this is the cloud streaming just here. Yeah. Alright then, well, yeah, we'll wrap things up and we'll take this back to the studio, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Now the sun's going in. How typical. Well guys, I just popped back to the car garage and my car is still not ready. I had every intention of going back to the studio and wrapping up today's video with the PlayStation Portal, but you know what? I thought it would be a bit rude if we didn't pop back into CEX. So yeah, I thought we'll go back in there and yeah, maybe take a look at the Nintendo Wii stuff. Why not? So there is a nice variety of Nintendo Wii stuff here. Pretty awesome. I mean, have you seen all the Just Dances lined up here? Wow, wow, wow. Now here is Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Wii. I have already done a complete in-box experience of this one, and I didn't realise it was coming in at £15. Wow, I didn't realise this one was so pricey. Now this is a definite pickup for me at some stage, but again, I did not realise this was coming in at £15. Very strange, because it was such a common game for the Wii. Everyone had it, so you would be thinking it would be coming in at more like, I don't know, £2.50? But no, £15 for Mario Kart Wii. Now this is more like it. I was expecting Mario Kart Wii to come in at more like £1. But Wii Fit, who was getting fit on the Wii board? And again, look at them all lined up, multiple copies. Crazy. And this was an absolute baller of a game. I do remember playing Wii Play, really good. And again, this one's actually pretty good, only priced at £1. And next to it, Wii Music. This was an absolute stinker of a game too. Very fond memories of playing this one. And £1.50, not too bad. And I've heard really good things of Toy Story 3. I have already done a complete in-box experience of this one on the Xbox 360. And I don't actually know if there's much difference between the different versions on different consoles. You'll have to tell me. But £4, not too bad for this game. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this one. I have heard great things. I found Bratz here again. This one is on the Nintendo Wii. I think this must be slightly different to the PlayStation 2 version that I saw yesterday. Didn't realise it came out on multiple consoles. Now look what I found here. I have found the same game on the Nintendo Wii as here, the PlayStation 2, and look at the price difference. I wonder why they were so different. Maybe the gameplay in this one is slightly different, but ideally I really want to pick up this one, not so much the Wii version, as of course I have more nostalgia with this one here. But maybe you tell me, guys, is the gameplay in this one completely different? As I assume there'll be lots of motion control in this one rather than this one. But yeah, £1.50 for the Wii, £6 on the PlayStation 2. Now this one has actually shocked me. I had no idea that Splinter Cell came out on the Nintendo Wii. Wow, especially Double Agent. This was a game that never came out, I don't think, on the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. So wow, only 50p. Now I had no intention of picking anything up today, because I already did yesterday and I'm having to fork out a lot of money on my car. But at just 50p, I mean, wow, oh my. And here we have some Zeldas. This one here as well, coming in quite pricey, £10, and this one £8, but apparently are must-plays on the Nintendo Wii, for sure. And Michael Jackson The Experience. Yeah, I don't know if that's a bit of me. As if Countdown the game is more expensive than a Splinter Cell Double Agent. What the hell? And another thing that I do need for my Nintendo Wii is a controller. And look at the prices of these, coming in at £32 and £22 just for a Nintendo Wii controller. Mad prices. And look, here's my baby. This is exactly what I want. A white pearl PlayStation Portal. Sorry, not Portal, Death Animation, quick. PlayStation Portable, sorry. I need a coffee, guys. But yes, this is exactly what I want to pick up, because I am currently doing a little bit of a PSP collection as well, and that is the one I want. But look at the price. Definitely can't afford that at all this month. Well, it's been a really long day. As you can see, it is now dark outside, but thankfully my car has been fixed and I am now able to drive it home. And oh my gosh, I did make a little purchase at CEX, absolutely. And yeah, here it is. You probably could have guessed. It was Splinter Cell Conviction on the PlayStation. No. On the Nintendo Wii, guys. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. But yeah, we are going to head back to the studio and yeah, we will finally wrap up today's video before I probably crush the car. There we go. We are back in the studio in my lovely bougie dressing gown. Yeah. Well, guys, what a day. I mean, wow, my car is actually fixed, but blimey, what a long old day. But I tell you what, it was a fun one, wasn't it? We tested out the PlayStation Portal to see how successful it was if you're connected to some sort of dodgy Wi-Fi. And well, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the best experience. That's what I do say. If you are looking to pick up a PlayStation Portal, yeah, it is definitely best played when you do have some really strong internet. For example, when I go around to my parents' house, I've had some really successful times with the Portal. Absolutely. I get seamless gameplay, mainly because their internet is really lovely, nice and speedy. And of course, my internet isn't so bad either. And my PlayStation 5 is connected directly into a port. It is hardwired in. So that is definitely the best experience you are going to get if you're looking to play your Portal elsewhere. I wouldn't recommend hooking it up to some sort of CAF, bearing in mind, you know, you've got other people hooked up as well to that Wi-Fi. It's just constant streaming here, there and everywhere from different devices. So yeah, it didn't hold up well. But what did surprise me though, and it wasn't picked on the camera that well, but the actual remote play I found was actually better than the PlayStation cloud streaming. But again, I only really experienced it for what, 5 minutes here and there. You know, I would need to try it out for longer to really give my full in-depth opinion and give it a really hardcore test and experience. But just with that little experiment I did there, it wasn't the best, but out of both of them, the remote play did work out better for me. But also, guys, yes, we did take another cheeky trip to CEX, and yes, we did pick up this, as you saw in the car. Wow, I had no idea that Splinter Cell went onto the Wii. Had no idea until today, till I saw this. And I have actually watched a walkthrough of Splinter Cell Double Agent. There was a period of time, it must have been during COVID, where I actually just got a real satisfaction out of watching Splinter Cell walkthroughs on YouTube. I don't know why, I just love the stealthy nature of it and, you know, just watching the person play. Are they going to do it stealthily? Are they going to actually go in a little bit guns blazing and then, you know, all hell breaks loose? So yeah, I really did get a good enjoyment just watching people play Splinter Cell, and Double Agent was one of them. I really enjoyed watching that, and I would love to actually play it myself. Whether or not I actually go ahead and play it on the Wii, I don't know. Is this a good experience on the Wii, or is it like a no? Definitely don't play it on here, play it on the PlayStation 3. But I had to pick this up, mainly because it was only 50p, guys, only 50p. So yes, I am going to do a complete unboxing experience for the channel. I do have a Wii, so yes, I might give it a bit of a dabble. But you know, I think realistically, you know, I guess the PlayStation 3 version might be a little bit better. So, you know, I'm probably going to look to pick it up there and play it on there. But, you know, I could definitely give it a dabble, absolutely. But I think I mainly picked it up just for the cheap price and to do a complete in-box experience of this. And also a white box with sticky residue. So again, maybe another one to do with a little bit of a let's clean. Shall I call that on the channel? A let's clean, maybe. But yeah, I thought this one could also be really good to do that with as well. Yeah. But guys, anyway, well, double video today. Wow, wow, wow. And you know what? Tomorrow is Thursday 20th, and that means giveaway. Yes, absolutely. So you know what? Shall I just put the names in the hat now so we can get prepared for tomorrow morning? We haven't had this hat yet. We haven't had our Sesame Street hat yet. So that is the hat that I'm going to pull down today. Whoa. There we go, here it is, and all the names resting on actually the Pikachu pumpkin giveaway here are just gonna fall into the hat now. Yeah, just going in. Oh, there we go. So yes, all the names are in the Sesame Street hat. How awesome. I'm just going to pop it down to one side, and then, yeah, we will get cracking with that tomorrow. I will pop my hand in, give it a bit of a rummage, pull out a name, and whoever name it is wins the Spyro. That'll be the first name, and then the second name that I pull out will win the Pikachu Pumpkin collection. So yeah, how exciting. So that'll go down there ready for tomorrow. Well, guys, you know what? Shall I do a comment of the day for this one as well? Because some people have been commenting on my recent CEX video that went live just yesterday. So yeah, actually, I think comment of the day goes to Joel's as well. Joel's Gaming. Yeah, absolutely. They were just, she was just discussing a lot of things that she saw and how she, experiences the same kind of stuff, filming in shops. It's a little bit weird, absolutely, but she was saying you do get used to it. I do want to do a little bit more of that going into CEX and having a look at all the different games and the prices. To start off with, I was very nervous. People are just around watching you thinking, what the hell is that woman doing? But yeah, you kind of just go, well, who cares? Do you know what I mean? I've got a YouTube channel. Sub to my YouTube, baby. So yeah, that one goes to Joel's Gaming, actually. So yeah, thank you for the lovely comment there. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is not much more to say, really, than have a wonderful evening. That is it. The Artsy Gamer, over and out.